And I agree with you. I don't think that capitalism, in the way it exists, works for the world anymore. I don't think that it constitutes a fairer, more equitable, more just society. And I agree with you 100% that we need to change capitalism to address the needs of the 21st century. And that's why at the foundation, we don't believe in capitalism as the world knows it. We believe and subscribe to a philosophy called Africapitalism. And Africapitalism simply means that the private sector takes the lead in developing the African continent and investing in priority key sectors for the long term. So Africapitalism calls for business investments in a new way. So a way that you make economic profits for your business, certainly, but also in a way that ensures economic prosperity in the communities and the countries that you're working in. So we don't believe that business and CSR are separate. We believe that you can make economic profits for your shareholders, at the same time create a more prosperous community for your stakeholders. And so that's the work that we do at the foundation, where we're democratizing luck and giving funding and training and mentorship and coaching to thousands of businesses every year across the African continent. At the Earth Holdings Corporate, which is the business side of the Tony and Melly Foundation, we invest in sectors on the continent that are transforming lives, even as we generate economic profit. So for instance, we're investing in the power sector in West Africa. We know that power is still a huge challenge on the African continent. I think 1 in 3 people on the continent don't have any access to power at all. We can't talk about economic prosperity or economic transformation or even SME empowerment if we don't have electricity. How can our children go to school and learn meaningfully if there are no lights to power their schools? How can we reduce maternal mortality, as we discussed, if there are no lights to run our hospitals? So we can't even begin to talk about business or SME or philanthropy if we don't even have some of this infrastructure like power in place. So at the Tony and Melly Foundation, we're part of the Earth Holdings group that is investing actively in the power sector in West Africa. We are now one of the largest generators of electricity in West Africa. And yes, we're getting good economic returns, but I think more importantly, we're now generating electricity in marginalized and very vulnerable communities that didn't have any access to electricity before now. And so that's a new way of capitalism where we're doing business for good, where we're in business for the long run, where we're not in business to extract, but we're in business to develop and to grow and to prosper side by side with our stakeholders. So in a nutshell, I totally agree with you. I don't think capitalism works in a way that we've known it hundreds and decades of years before now. And I think that we subscribe to this philosophy of Africapitalism, and we encourage everyone on the continent and beyond to look at business in a new way.